Welcome back. We're talking about a very tough topic. It's about women in the workplace having to be a caregiver maybe for their parents and their kids all at the same time. And we were saying too, especially up in this area, it seems like we all try to keep our personal lives out of work, and then our work is, we don't want to get them involved with it. And that's something that I think we need to kind of break right there too.
I agree 100%. It's just being honest and having those conversations. And your employer isn't going to know until you tell them and have an open and honest conversation with them. Hey, this is what's going on. My mom has appointment Monday and Wednesday. Please just be cognizant of this, that I'm going to need some extra help, and I'm going to be off a couple more days.
You know, you mentioned too, Home Instead can provide some of that help too, where if it's like, okay, you're just overwhelmed by something and you need somebody to help out, even if it's like 1 day a week or 1 day a month, a service that you guys can provide? Yes,
we provide in-home care for seniors. We are always advocating for our elderly to stay in their home because we feel like that's where they're most comfortable. And we come in, provide companionship services, med reminders, personal cares if they need help with bathing, appointments, taking them to appointments, grocery shopping. A lot of times they come home from the hospital, they just need a little extra TLC, and we can be there and help support the families, the daughters, and make sure that mom and dad, you know, don't go back to the hospital. We want to keep them safe and in their home. And so, yeah, we come in anywhere from 3-hour minimum a week to 24-hour care. So it's just kind of depending on what our client needs and what we can do to assist them, keep them happy, keep them healthy.
I think a lot of the parents don't want to burden those daughters or the sons or their kids.
Right.
And so they kind of try to put it off until sometimes a situation happens. So it might be even better, like you said, to even have someone start coming in at least 3 hours a week, just to kind of introduce, hey, once, you know, we do need more help, this is where we're going to be getting it from.
Exactly. And we do that a lot, where we just come in, and then it's really cool to see the relationships they form with our caregivers. We have some of the best caregivers, so they call and like, we want so-and-so caregiver, we don't want anyone else. So, you know, the daughters can trust that their parents are getting very good care. So.
Is there a good resource? I think you were talking about it, and we want to mention again where the daughters can go, whether they want to start these conversations, whether they want to start it with a spouse or their employer or their parent. Where are some places they can go to get those resources?
Yeah, they can go to the website. It's www.womenintheworkplace.com, and they have some great resources, a quiz you can take just to learn a little bit more about what kind of benefits are out there for daughters that are taking care of their elderly, such as it is in the FMLA paperwork too. So getting in touch with your HR representative, maybe your supervisor, and that can help get that conversation rolling too. And some good tips for employers as well. How can you address this with your employee that you see struggling? You know, just having that conversation.
Because sometimes, like you said, you may not even realize, you know, you're talking about some women are spending 30 hours a week. A week doing this, and sometimes you don't even realize it. You just you get to the end of the week and you're so stressed and you can't figure out why even.
It's a second job.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly.
And so is that where people can find out more information about you guys to reach out to help?
Yep. And we can definitely help at homeinstead.com too. So.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Such a good way to kind of remind people that it's time to kind of break the mold of that.
Yes, I agree. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. All right, when we come back, we're stepping outside to show you some bugs, Volkswagen bugs.